And you know, I just became a U.S. citizen about 2 months ago. I was.
All right. Awesome.
And the reason I waited 43 years, I came to this country in 1977. I didn't speak the language. I didn't know a single person in this country. And I came to the west side of Indianapolis. Okay? I lived with a family for 10 months, and I told my mother I'll be back in 10 months. And she said, great, honey, I love you. Go do your thing. So here we are 43 years later. But it's been an unbelievable journey. An American dream journey, guys. And it's validation, and it's literally, I mean, it's been a dream to the point where I couldn't have like written a script that would have been any more wild and different and crazy and challenging and sucky and great and shitty and
all in one thing.
Life, you know. There are a couple of things I want to mention. Okay, defining moments in your life. When you're 17 years old, as I was when I came, I didn't have a clue. I didn't have a clue that was going to be a defining moment. When my host father said we need a kicker on our football team, and all I knew was kick a round ball. And the next day, I'm sitting in the stands, and I'm watching this American football game, and my brothers are. I got my Roger and I got Dean here, and I'm watching this pile of bodies, and I see a stretcher come in and grab a guy and pull him out, and another guy running in his place. And I'm looking at my brothers going, I want to be part of this. And then I see this thing. Remember this? The quarterback center exchange. You have a big guy in tight pants. He has a ball in his hand, and he's bending over. That by itself would have been fine.
Right.
But what ensued really disturbed me. You had a smaller guy in equally tight pants coming up behind this guy. He's licking his fingers and pointing.
Jay, you know that.
And do you mind just taking the position for a second? No, the other way. Anyway, so they stand there for a while. They stand there for a while, and where were you last night? And pointing.
Wait, we gotta do that again. Morten, one more time.
I turned to my brothers. I said, I don't want to be that guy or that guy. And they said, all you gotta do is kick and run off the field. And that's what I've been doing for 43 years. So that was my introduction to American football. And that's no lie. The very next day, I'm on the practice field. And they want to see what this immigrant can do. All right, so I'm there. I'm there in my shorts and t-shirt. And they go, you got to put this shit on. I go, what? I'm not putting anything on. You got to wear these shoulder pads. They had this number, it was 42. It's the only number left, 42. I don't want to be 42, man. I want to be like a single number, not cool, like, you know.
Only Kim.
Yeah. So I put all this shit on, and we started extra points, and we moved back, and we moved back. Now we're at 50 yards.
Wow.
You know? And I'm still making them. And I look to the sideline, everybody's like, welcome to America, baby, 80 new friends. So that was literally the start of my American adventure. Off to Michigan State. Purdue was a big deal, but Michigan State, Danish, I had this Danish kicker there that recruited me. Hans Nielsen was a big deal. And 4 years there, great. My son is there now. He's a sophomore in packaging at Michigan State, so we're continuing the lineage. But as it goes through, and I have to tell you my draft story because I'm in an animal house, guys. Now, everybody's been to college, right? Everybody knows. So everybody knows, right? So I'm in this place. There's 6 bedrooms and 6 different guys. There's like this gay photographer. There's a frat guy. There's a couple of jocks. There's a chef. we're all in this house, this animal house together. The kitchen was off limits. That was like a science project. Nobody would go in there because it was like, I don't know, it's dangerous. There was bacteria there that grew that shouldn't be growing.
Herpes.
So we had a draft party, and my agent's out of Cleveland, IMG, you've heard of them. They're right up the street. And they're there, and we think we're going to get drafted in the 3rd round or 4th round. Or we don't know where, but Dallas is really interested in Chicago. Well, it doesn't matter. We had a keg, and by 5 p.m. that keg's floating. The guy from the local TV station sleeping on the couch. The camera guy's like slumped over in a chair, and we're just waiting for a phone call. This is back, now remember, this is back before cell phones, internet. So all you have is a land-based phone. So finally the phone in the kitchen rings. I go, I'm not walking in there. Somebody else get it. I had a long cord. Bring it to me, man. I'm not walking in that kitchen. It is Bum Phillips, and the first thing he says to me is, "Hey, it's Bum Phillips. Do you like Budweiser and country music?" I go, yes, sir. He go, well, come on down. We just drafted you in the 4th round. So that was my start. 13 years in New Orleans, and I know you want to watch a game. I know you want to, but there's a couple of things that happened in my long 25-year career that really kind of, I think, defined who I am and what brought me to Canton, Ohio. Okay. And the first would be in '95.
Listen.
Listen, boys.
Listen, boys.
I'm gonna give you 2 takeaways.
The 3 kids.
Yeah, let's listen.
I'm gonna give you.
Shut up and listen.
I'm just gonna give you 2.
Sorry, go.
This normally takes an hour, so I know everybody wants to party. So I'm gonna give you the 2 stories. Okay, it'll take about 10 minutes, 15 minutes from now. The first one is '95. Okay, the Saints go. I'm in Europe with my bride now, Jennifer, but we're dating at the time, so we're in Europe on vacation. I come home. This is back when there's no internet, there's nothing. So I come back and my voicemail phone thingy. Remember the
Answering
answering machine? Freaking answering machine is full. It's full of messages from my agent. Call me. He's out in Malibu. You gotta call me. You gotta call me. You gotta call me. Next day, I'm going to camp with the Saints. I have a 4-year deal with them. It's my 2nd year. I'm the first $1 million kicker in the league in the history of the game.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
Thank you very much. Now,
See her buying tonight.
yes, I am. Have a burger. My agent goes, they're going to cut you.
That's me.
They're cutting you tonight, and we're done. But I have a deal with Atlanta lined up.
Okay.
So just play it cool. Don't say anything to the press. Just chill tonight. I'm jet lagged. I just flew 9 hours from Europe. And this is what I'm coming home to. Saints are cutting you. You're a declining player in their mind. So what happens in the NFL when you get cut, you get a piece of paper and there are boxes. Declining player, competition could be better than your skill set or change, whatever. There's like 4 boxes. They check declining player. I never forgot that. Hold on. So they send me. So my agent said I got to
So
send
that
you
means
this.
you declined at that point.
No.
They
I'm a
said
decline,
they're
I'm a
declining
shitty
you.
player. I'm
They're
no
declining
longer
you.
needed because my skill set
It's like
has
going
Got
downhill.
it.
has
Got it.
declined.
Oh, I get it. Okay, sorry.
My agent says I have to fax.
Carry on.
This is back with the fax.
My
I
bad.
have to fax you this. You have to sign it, and we have to submit it to the league. This is part of protocol. I said, fine. You can fax it to me. Fine. So I signed it, but I copied it. I kept back in the fax. There was a fax. So I kept it. Kept that letter.
Shut up, John.
I went to Atlanta the next day. I signed a 3-year deal, $750,000 signing bonus. Now, the Saints are still on the schneid from my prorated signing bonus, which is fine. But I knew I was going to meet the Saints twice a year, right? We're in the same division. So I didn't say shit. I didn't say nothing. The first time we met was 3 weeks into the season in the Superdome. 4 field goals, 1 in overtime. Dropped the mic, See ya. See you in December. In December, the Saints come to the Georgia Dome, and I love the Saints, and I don't want you guys to post this. This is not. You're not allowed. This is not allowed.
This is actually Facebook Live.
For your own archive.
No.
Better not.
Turn off.
Better not be. No.
Yes.
This is for your.
Go
The Saints already know what they did and what they didn't do. I love the Saints. It's my team. But I had to teach them a lesson. Here comes the takeaway, boys, and this is what you need to understand. In December, we play them again. And I put 3 over 50, 55, 55, 51. NFL record, 1 game. First time it was ever done.
Nice.
Hold on.
Nice.
I'm sorry.
All right?
The woo would have been okay.
I remember running down the sideline, and I might have done this to the sideline over there.
You might have
But on that
planted an
Monday,
OSA flag.
on that Monday when we beat the Saints for the second time, and by the way, the next 5 years when we played the Saints, we were 10-0 against them, 7 on field goals. Now, 3 for 3 over 50. On Monday, I took that letter that they had said declining player. What I did was
Let me see.
Go down.
Oh, God.
I went 55 yards, 51 yards. I signed it. I signed declining player, exclamation. I faxed it to him.
Nice. Oh, that's funny.
Lesson number 1. When you want to fire and you want to say something, you show it by you just
Shout up there.
by your action.
Yeah.
Action's worth much more than words.
Nice.
Remember that. The
Best
second one
revenge
is
is
this.
living well.
2005. I'm coming off my 23rd season with the Minnesota Vikings. I missed 2 field goals that year. I was like at 90, 80,
She's like,
whatever. I had just been fired by the Chiefs. Again, they said, well, you're a declining player. Oh, shit, I'm 44 years old. I agree with you. This time I agree. So I don't blame you for getting rid of me, but I'm still going to play a few more years. I ended up playing 3 more years, and here's how it happened. I play with the Vikings, have a great year. I go back to Atlanta with the wife and kids, and we're there. I said, the phone's going to ring. I'm going to sign with my local team, the Atlanta Falcons. I'm going to finish my career in Atlanta. And for 20 months, the phone didn't ring. What did I do during those 20 months? I put on my Kenny Stabler shoulder pads, my Pro Bowl jersey. I have 7 of them.
Nice.
My Giants pants, football pants. And my Saints jersey, whatever I put on, and I wore it 4 times a week in a public park in Swanee, Georgia, and I worked. And when the little leaguers came and said, we need the field, I deferred. I had to leave. I had to bribe the county workers to cut the grass. It was a public, I had nowhere to work. And I said, honey, the phone's going to ring. And she goes, I know, honey, it's going to ring. And my neighbors and my friends are going, you are cuckoo right now. What are you doing? I said, I'm 7 now. At this point, remember, I played 23 years. I'm 77 points away from becoming the all-time leading scorer in the history of the game. Is this important to finish on your term? Mm-hmm. Is it important somehow to close it up your way? Of course it is. But are you going to be allowed to do it? Are you actually going to have a chance to do it? Will you have an opportunity to say, I'm dropping the mic on my terms? Most guys don't. So 2005 turns to 2006. Now I'm 46 years old. And I'm sitting in my basement with my neighbor Eric. And we're having a few beers. And we're watching the Falcons. And the Falcons kicker is having a bad day.
Dude, I just turned 47. I feel like an asshole.
You're doing great, kid. You're making really good beer. Cheers. So I'm sitting in the basement, and the guy has just missed 4 field goals inside 40 yards. I said, I'm turning to water. He goes, why? The phone hasn't ring. It's not going to ring. I go, it's going to ring.
Yeah.
And it did, man.
Wow.
About 30 minutes later after that game, the Falcons called and said, "Can you come in tomorrow at 9 a.m. for a workout?" I go, "How about 1 a.m., 1 p.m.?" Trying to buy a little time, get some Gatorade, you know.
Yeah, there you
Nice.
So there I was at 1 p.m. and I'm thinking it's just going to be me, and they want to see if the legs are attached to the hip. It's not. It's me and four flat bellies, half my age. Now I'm 46 years old. I got 23-year-old guys trying to take my job. Now remember, in 25 years of my playing, 600 guys try to take my job. 600.
Wow, that's
Wow,
awesome.
wow.
But what ended up happening, what? Exit stage right. Why? Performance. There was an orange stripe in the middle of the net where we were kicking. We had 15 kicks, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, and all the way back. 13 out of those kicks hit the damn orange stripe. 2 just kind of grazed it. And I felt pretty good, and I could see the flat bellies were dejected, and they kind of went, boop. And I went back, I said, "Questions, anyone?" My special teams coach goes, "Yeah, I got one question, black or blue ink?" I said, "I like black ink." I signed a 1-year deal for $1 million,
Nice.
and 2 months later become the all-time leading scorer in the history of the game.
Wow.
Great story.
Great story.
Here's the takeaway, boys.
Wait, what do you got, Still?
The takeaway is, if you can, when you can, you're driving the car. Your exit strategy is up to you. And it's the certain kind of stubborn that allows you to go there. You have to embrace the world of suck. In everything we do, we have to embrace the distasteful. Listen,
bad.
you're a police officer. We have cops here. You think that's an easy job to be a wife of a cop or a cop? Embrace
you
the
guys.
suck. Thank you.
Love that. Yeah.
We love you.
Sweet.
Embrace the distasteful, the world of suck. And it's not when the hands are above your head where you improve. When you improve is when your back's against the wall and you got to fight your fucking way out of it. That's the truth. You have to have a certain kind of stubborn, guys. I'm talking to you, your generation.
Yeah.
Don't be soft. Don't settle for shit.
Right.
Don't settle for mediocre.
Sissies, come on.
Be the best.
Love him.
Be the best.
God.
Love
Be the
it.
best that you can be, and be authentic. Be authentic. Be you.
Right.
Don't forget about social media on that.
Yeah.
Be authentic and be you guys. Be you, and be real, and work your ass off, and trust it. At some point, you gotta own your workbench. You define your fucking workbench. You train your workbench, and you own your workbench. You with me?
Yes. Yes.
Yes.
I love it.
That's
And he's
awesome.
right.
Anyway.
100% right.
Wow.
Awesome.
Oh my
Wow.
God, that's
awesome.
End of speech.
Wow.
Love you guys.
Love it.
Morten.
Yay.
Thank you.
Cheers, Morten.
Legit.
Very inspirational. Honestly. Wow. That's awesome. Awesome.
Rental anyway.
He just.
But he said it like